Hey guys, it's Bill, Competition Cars, and now the moment that I've been waiting for quite some time now. I'm getting ready to present to you this 26-mile 1976 Cadillac Eldorado convertible. And you heard it right, 26 miles. So we're gonna go over the undercarriage, and this has to be one of the nicest original undercarriages that I've seen. We made a point just to clean and detail, try to keep everything as original as we could. I just got the car back from the shop. They put a Napa oil filter. We're gonna get the correct Delco oil filter for it. Every fluid was changed. The oil, transmission, differential, coolant, brake fluid, everything was changed, flushed, and put back to new. I don't suspect whoever buys this car is going to drive this car, but I want to get the car in a state to where if you wanted to drive it, you could. I wouldn't, because this is a hell of a museum piece. Just look how new and nice, and everything looks just so nice up under this car. For an unrestored original car, it's amazing to me. Now, this car comes with the original wheels and tires. We have a video for that and pictures where we took the original wheels and tires off the car that the car was at the original dealer back in 1976. I found a new old stock set of wheel covers, and I put a brand new set of Vogue tires with the correct, or what I believed one of the correct optional white wall widths should have been. The original selling dealer had some light undercoating put on the car. We have not added any undercoating. We didn't touch it. Look at the original floor pans. Everything is just so new and so nice. It's just unbelievable, this car. Super excited. We've seen some other low mile examples, and the undercarriages always kind of look a little ratty. But look how nice this one looks. I mean, if you guys know what you're looking at, which I suspect you do, you can tell a difference on how this car was kept and preserved. You're gonna have some missing paint, some faded paint. That's just part of it. This just speaks to the originality of the car. You know, we normally refinish stuff like this. We just left it alone, guys. We wanted to keep the car as original as possible so you can see what a time capsule this is. Any overspray that you see here with undercoating, that was from the selling dealer. We did not touch it. We'll typically add and freshen it up, but we're like, you know what? This car has 26 miles. We want it to present and be exactly like it was when it left the selling dealer. So the story behind the car. Look at that. Unbelievable. The story behind this car, it was delivered new in 1976 to Thomas Cadillac in downtown Los Angeles. LaRue Thomas, which was the owner, thought to put the car up. He put the Vogues and the custom wheel covers on it. You'll see some footage of with this car when he got it, and put it in his museum that was on site at his dealership. Look at that, freaking beautiful. And I didn't like, a lot of people didn't like the Vogues, and a lot of people didn't like the way he chromed the original wheels. So we have those in boxes, or not in boxes, in store. They're gonna be wrapped up in plastic that we're gonna go with the car. Look at this freaking bumper. An original 26-mile bumper. Not a speck of anything on it, just impeccable. It's like a mirror. So anyway, he keeps the car, puts it in his museum. Car never gets driven. Has 25 miles on it. He dies in 2004. This is Thomas. This is LaRue Thomas from Thomas Cadillac. There's some articles from the LA Times that I have on this guy and his collection. So he dies in 2004 or 5, I think it was. Excuse me, it was, and winds up. The estate winds up selling the car to. Get these crests lined up just right. Winds up selling the car at some auction somewhere. And it winds up with the person, from what I understand, that owned it prior to the person that I got it from. Now, the person that I got it from took possession of the car, I think in 2007 or 8. Just bear with me as I tell the story. I'm trying to show the car as well. They take possession of the car in 2007 or 8. So the guy that they got it from was, I believe, the gentleman that got it from the estate, if I'm not mistaken. Look at the bright work. Look at everything. It's just amazing. So he winds up with the car And in 07, 08, he winds up going bankrupt and has no money, owes my client a bunch of money for some investment transaction they had done together. And my people are like, hey, you got to pay us. And he's like, well, I don't have any money, but I got this Cadillac. So the story goes, and I document this, there'll be a bunch of walk around videos, that my clients were owed money from the guy that owned this car at the time. And he's like, well, only thing I can tell you is I can give you this Cadillac in return for what I owe you. And that's what they did, in hopes that one day they could sell it and get all their money back. So I find out they got this car. I want it flying up to New Jersey. I document every bit of this trip. And I've got them on camera saying, yeah, the guy owed us money, he gave us a car in return, and that's how they wound up getting it. They weren't car people, but what amazed me is when I went to view the car, it was in their garage. They started it, they pulled it out, and my first thing was to go look at the floor and see how much oil was dumped on the ground. Their garage floor was bone dry. There was not a drop of oil on the ground anywhere. And I said, this car's not leaking any oil? He said, no, we crank it once, twice a month. We let it warm up, we pull it out, and then we back it back in. So I told the folks, I said, all right, listen, I flew up here from South Carolina. I'm ready to buy the car. I said, however, I'm going to have to drive this and at least put a mile on it to make sure the odometer's working, that the odometer and speedometer aren't seized. So we drop the top. It's in the middle of the summer. It's blistering hot. And we drive it. And as soon as the 25 starts turning into a 6, I turn around and go back to the driveway and I pay the people. And then here we have it. And I've just been taking my time. I did a paint correction. I sourced new old stock set of hubcaps, like I mentioned. Got one little ding here in the gas tank. I don't know if that happened with one of the people that shipped it. But this car was there. What they told me is to build it. He goes, you're welcome to drive it down the road. He goes, but this car hasn't been driven anywhere since 1976. So those tires were flat spotted. Heater core was leaking. So we did a bunch of work to this car. We'll have the receipt. I went through it and I had my shop just go through everything. I said, every fluid I want changed. I want this car serviced like it's to be driven. So everything was done. I'm real happy with the way the car's turned out. It's an incredible timepiece. Window sticker is in the window, untouched. We're gonna get some other footage. We're not gonna do a driving video. I can assure you it drives and shifts out like it should, but I'm not putting one more mile on it, okay? Because again, I don't think whoever buys this car is gonna be putting miles on this car either. This is an incredible timepiece that you need to preserve and keep like this. This is something that I gotta believe it's not the lowest mile one in the world. It's pretty damn close. The last one that sold brought almost 100K. Not a good color, not as good a color as this, and not as nice as an undercarriage. It did close to 100. There's been several that have cracked 100K. We're bringing this car to sell. I paid top dollar for it because I wanted it. It's awesome. Got the white top, the white leather. Exterior color is amazing. The right wheel covers, just everything on this car is just super right and left alone. So check it out. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. It's an awesome, awesome car. Super excited to get it live on Bring a Trailer. Today is, we're in the last couple days of January. I'm hoping to have this thing done and wrapped up and submitted in the next 2 or 3 or 4 days. We did have the bumper fillers refinished. The car's original paint, except the bumper fillers, we're gonna put the chrome back around the rear bumper fillers. Those of you that are experts that know these cars, you'll see that those aren't on there yet, but they will be. This is nice. Got the date coded rear muffler or resonator 1275 is the code. So enjoy the video, guys. This one's a little bit longer than normal. I wanted to tell the story. We'll talk more about the car in other videos as well, but what an awesome car. I'm hoping to set a record. It deserves it, guys. And like I said, I've been holding this car since July or August just to make sure that everything was done just right, take my time getting it ready, and making sure the market is ready for a car like this. So any questions, put them in the comment section. You will see this video on YouTube first. Soon to be live on Bring a Trailer. One hell of an incredible find, guys. If you're a low mile fanatic or a Cadillac fanatic or whatever, this is your car. Don't miss it. This is definitely a investment grade car. So I'm hoping to get it to the right home and something that'll appreciate what this is. So check it out, guys. Have a great day.